Hello all, and welcome to the zoo.
Why am I here?
Minions of the Zoo is a lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribelite, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Reject PPC and the One-Ton Hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, One-Ton Hammer.
I will be your zookeeper tonight, Reject.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the Lucky Pop-Tart.
Inquisitor, Sanguine.
Skep, Tock.
I'm Prospero.
Fat Platypus.
Chaosy.
And I'm Della Hayes.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions. And special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Minions of the Zoo show. I'm your sub-host once again on Monday. On Monday, Mr. Adam, covering for Inquisitor. And with me, I am grateful to have Wandering Lisa. Wandering Lisa. She might be having.
Hi.
Oh. Yep. And then Eeyore.
Good evening.
So how you two doing this evening?
Looking at how unhappy my bank account's going to be in the coming years.
Yeah, just sitting here quietly melting.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
What's...
How bad did it get up near where you were? 35, 36?
Wait, what?
Highest I noticed it getting was 38C. And for those who are starting to think, that's not hot,
That's over 100.
our average temperature here is around 15C.
Yeah, okay, so hold on.
It's fucking hot.
Yeah, so how's it been over there? Is it like a dry heat or is it like a humid heat? Because
Oh, humid.
well, I guess yeah, that makes sense. Usually England is like cloudy and stuff, right? Or is that
Yeah, I think
is that stereotypical?
England. Yeah, I think England is at least 50% humidity.
Ooh. Oh, so everybody's
With
probably
most
all
of this
sticky and
week
shit.
being 80% plus. On top of that, due to the normal climate being about half that, if not more, even during summer, most of the homes in the UK are built to keep the heat in, and AC is actually extremely rare. So,
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I like the meme where it was the British dude saying, "Holy shit, it's like 35, 40 degrees Celsius," and then on the other side, it's some really fat American dude with like 3 air conditionings around him. He's like, "Dude, it's only 90 degrees outside, bro."
Yeah, so to give an example of temperature difference, outside it's 22C currently, and in my flat it's 34C.
ugh.
It's a heat sink. It takes the heat in and it doesn't want to let it go, and it's more of a heat sink than our buildings usually are. So
You know what's crazy is if there was a way to trap some of that heat so you can use it during the winter. I know Sounds weird,
Oh,
but
if only.
yeah. I don't know.
Because my flat is on the sun side of the building, so during the day it gets all of the sun.
Yo, hey, that'd be actually, I don't know. Yeah, that's nuts. How long is it looking like it's gonna be like that? For like the next weekend, right?
It's going to be worse Tuesday, but after that it's going to start getting cooler again. Thank God.
Now, is it usually? I don't know. It's just something that I've kind of noticed. I'm not a meteorologist, so I can't really, put my finger on it. But isn't it usually when it's really hot, then all of a sudden there's a storm coming, like a really big storm?
Yeah, I think there is a rain forecast, and often the hotter it gets, the more likely there's going to be a storm at some point that will just cool everything down. But we haven't hit that point yet.
Well, hopefully it doesn't get too crazy up there.
I have to say, I would love a good thunderstorm.
Now, I don't know if this is typical of most heat waves, but these more recent extreme ones are caused by what is termed high pressure bubbles, and one's just sitting right on top about the channel is where it's centered because most of Western Europe's being hit by it too. Until that bubble pops, no rain.
Yeah. Yeah, so rain is forecast for Wednesday.
That's what it.
And
at least it's moving on to screw with someone else.
Yes. So it looks like it is actually very low humidity. So I've barely gone out today. So my flat is quite humid, but I don't think it is as humid outside.
Yeah, you guys are lucky. Last year, one of these bubbles sat right on top of BC. It didn't pop for 4 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, and Canada has a new record anywhere in the country from last year 52.8.
Damn.
Raspberries were cooking right on the vine.
Well, have you heard that the heat wave is affecting gender non-conforming people the most?
Wait, is it
Oh,
really?
shut up. It's affecting old people the most.
Hold on.
No, according to Pink News, it's affecting gender non-conforming people worse than anyone else.
So it's like it's like one of those plagues where it's like unless you have the
So
special
what?
marking.
The weather is transphobic now?
The weather's
Yes.
gonna hit you differently.
Yes. Can we start a campaign to cancel the sun?
Yeah. Where's Mr. Smithers when you need him?
You don't want to cancel this sun because we'd have the opposite problem pretty soon.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to have an ice age.
Well, one thing I will say for the heat, my ants seem to like it.
Your ants?
Yes, I keep ants.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's because they're several feet under the dirt.
Yeah, my main colony is a European species that come from a very warm, sunny climate. So this sort of temperature, I think they really like.
Yeah, something I heard from North London today was a group of ninth years were actually forced to go to school today. Out of a class of 25, 8 dropped by the end.
Oh, fuck you know.
Wait, what do you mean dropped? Like dropped?
Passed out.
Holy shit.
My sympathies to the children and their families.
Yeah. Wait.
I said one thing to the guy that told me it. That school better be thinking about shutting down after something like that.
Yeah.
Were they gender non-conforming?
I don't know. They were ninth years. They shouldn't even be thinking about that yet.
Damn, 8 of them in one school or all around the area?
One class of 25.
Oh,
8.
Oof. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Damn. So, before we started, Lisa was talking about airbrushing.
Yes. Yeah, I've been sort of getting active with my airbrush again, and last night I was having a Discord video session with a friend in the States who hadn't used an airbrush yet, so I was taking her through the basics and so on, and I was trying some new techniques that I hadn't actually tried yet, and it's like spurred me to order my new airbrush.
Would you say, in terms of supplies, it would be a bit more expensive than traditional painting, or?
I think for decent gear, it's more expensive. The initial outlay, sort of like getting the brush itself, the compressor, the sort of like spray booth with the extractors and so on. But the actual paints themselves, it works well. I use it with basic Citadel acrylics, and you can get special airbrush primers from companies like Vallejo and Badger, and those are actually very economical on use. I mean, my first bottle of primer, I've used quite a bit now, and it's not even half empty.
Damn.
Yeah, and I've heard airbrushing is actually really good for batch painting. Looks over at the 3 dozen Necron warriors.
Yeah, I think one of the good things with the airbrush is I've been able to ditch aerosol primer,
Holy
which
shit.
is fantastic because because of such variable weather in the UK, I've had models that have come out really rough textured from the primer that I've used an aerosol with. So with the airbrush, I can do all inside, and it's just nice, smooth results all the time.
Yeah, with British humidity, I forgot you can't simply use a rattle can most days.
Uh, it depends, but sort of spring, summer, autumn is usually okay, but winter time you can forget it.
Yes, winter. And we both probably know we're gonna get shat on in the winter. We always do.
What do you mean?
But something what Mother Nature has decided to do to be a complete and total bitch is no snow through Christmas, and then the moment it turns over to January, the moment we don't want snow for the ambience, bam, 3 feet.
Well,
Oh, absolutely, and I
maybe she can
mean
call her a
certainly.
bitch.
Sorry.
No, I'm just. He calls her a bitch, and then he's like, and complains about the weather.
Yeah, Mother Nature's a bitch.
Yeah, often in the UK is nothing ever in sort of December time, but give it about 2, maybe 3 months, and there'll suddenly be freak snowstorm. But never where I live. I always hear on the news, oh, England is having snowfall, and I look outside and it's bone dry. So, where the fuck is my snow?
Well, I tell you what, the winters are one of the reasons I'm moving south.
I like snow aesthetically, but the cold just doesn't agree with me anymore.
No, for me, it's not the cold. It's the dry, piercing wind that almost no matter what you put on, it'll find a way in.
Yeah, because the cold and the snow, it never used to bother me. When I was younger, I would go out in jeans and t-shirt in the thick of winter. But certainly since I started transition and went on to HRT, I just feel the cold so much worse than I used to. And since I've been getting older, it now makes my joints ache. So, yeah, I like it in theory, but in practice, not so much.
Yes. What's up? Is checking a bit. So it's Monday. Or actually, I guess for Lisa it's Tuesday, isn't it?
Very for her.
Yeah, it's about 1:35 a.m. Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, so you mentioned wanting to talk about gaming tables, I believe.
Yes. Yes, actually, I did. And I think it was a few days ago, 2 days ago. I ran across, sometimes YouTube tosses out those random suggestions, and this one caught my eye on like a gaming table with a projector, and hold on, let me see if I can find at least the title of it. But it looked cool, and the way they crafted it up, it didn't look like it would be too much, but I did like the idea of having a table with the projector. God damn it, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. Damn. But there was some that I saw. Oh yeah, see, this one has a fucking screen. Yeah, there was a. Okay, so they had a projector on the top, and the thing that I liked about it was they made a special mirror that would pivot the projection from the wall to the table, so it wasn't just constantly pointing at the table. If you wanted to watch a movie or something in the room, you could still, just flip it up for that. And I was like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty cool. And I just started looking into a lot of them, and man, these people go all out on this shit.
Yeah, I've seen a while back, saw quite a cool table where they had essentially embedded into the table a massive flat screen TV. So, and then put Perspex sheet over the actual screen, so you could actually use it to load up maps and stuff for things like D&D and so on, to put the minis on.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I saw somebody did that, and they said they had a special program that they made their battle maps on, and I'm like, I didn't even know you could. See, that's the thing, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, I want to build one of these things, but it's like I don't play D&D, and I don't play Warhammer, so I don't really wouldn't, so. But yeah. I do want to play them, and I want one of these tables. But yeah, no.
I think if you were to do that for Warhammer, you'd have to do it with flat screen monitors, and you would have to get them out of the actual plastic housing, so you can put the LCDs right up snug to each other, and basically dual screen or multi-screen a big area. But that would look awesome.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's why I kind of like the projector idea, because you can probably resize it accordingly.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was one that I saw that had like pop up dice rolling bits where it's like you hit the part and it pops up and it springs out, so you can just like a dice tower, you know.
Sweet.
And I'm sitting there like, man, how awesome is it to be able to have like a group of people to come together and actually utilize a board like that, a table like that. That'd be fun as shit. There was one that I saw that they were playing that Star Wars game, so I wanna. So there's interest, definitely. Yeah, I don't know about the whole like, because I was thinking too, like what game would I even play, like just thinking like offhand, and the only thing that came up with was Risk.
I mean, you could build a pretty badass Risk table.
Yeah.
For sure.
Though, considering the type of materials I'd be into, yeah, I think you'd prefer a multifunctional table.
What is that?
One that can either A, function as a normal table when Risk is away, or B, work multiple games. An ideal example is Lisa's example of put the TV in the table.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. There was some that they had like boards that they would put on top of it, so it become a flush table on top. There's even some where it had like a bit where you can pop out a little chunk in front of each player, so they can have their player cards and sheets. In front of them. And there was another one where he had like individual lights for the people. Like it was like, it looked more like a conference table, and I was like, what the fuck? But it's like, oh man, these look so cool. And to sit there and play at one of these tables, it's gotta be fun. It's gotta be fun. How's it going, chat? Sir Adamantin, WR Croston, James Cooley, and Telek. And we do have a case of the Mondays. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Talking about gaming tables. Do you have any good ideas for, but a lot of them were rectangles. I only saw one that was like an octagon type of thing. Do you think a lot of them should be rectangles? Do you think it's...
Not really. The issue when you get into the more complex shape is you begin to enter a certain bit of dead space in the middle where there's a lot of leaning over, the belly might touch part of the gaming space, yada yada yada, if something needs to be reached to in the middle of the table. The thing with the rectangle is you can extend it as far as you like, but as long as one end is below a certain length or width, you won't have that dead space in the middle.
I think one thing that would be quite good with a rectangle table setup with regards to, for example, Warhammer, is if you could build in a touchscreen system. So obviously the minis and stuff wouldn't actually set it off, but you could actually have a dice program so they're part of the display. So all you do is put your hand out, sort of like round up the dice on the thing and sort of fling them across the table in the program. And then just like basically, if when sort of shooting or what have you, is that's basically trace out your line of attack, and you can clearly see whether anything is in the way.
As far as dice rolling is concerned, if you want to go app-based, my best suggestion there would honestly take some cheap little mini pads or cheap phones and just embed them for each player.
Now that's not a bad idea.
You know, have them just basically run the dice app. Heck, if you have phones with internet connectivity, you could have access to Waha or whatever rules resource you like right there in front of the player if you really need it.
Yeah, on each side have a just.
I said for each player, or you could use a larger pad, you know, two of them, one per side.
Yeah,
There
so
you go.
yeah, so like on each side, say about a 7-inch tablet, like embedded into the table that you can have up all your army list stuff, do your dice and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Rule books, references, and all that jazz.
All the good stuff. And heck, with those tech wizards, you could probably get rules references, quick access stratagems, the entire army list onto a single PDF that you could upload right to the pad, and it's right there to quick access. Quick, easy.
Damn.
Yep.
It's such a high
Now, as for range finding on the boards, personally, I prefer the old-fashioned way. It gets a little touchy to try and bring tech into that exactly just yet.
What was that?
But there's also the downside to making a table like this. 2 embedded tablets, all hardwood finish, good sized table. Yeah. If I was making something like that, I'd quote you $7,000. $5,000 in pounds. $5,000 in pounds.
Well, see, that's where it kind of, like I was saying earlier with the really cheapy ones where it was like aluminum side panelings, and then they just had like, oh yeah, you could just slide in this bit. But there was one that I saw where it was a rectangle, but they built it in a way that you can put a partition in the center, and then you can close off one half, or you can have 2 different games going on 2 sides of the table. But I don't know. I really do like the idea of having a dynamic game table like that. It's really cool looking. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know if I play enough tabletop games that would warrant it, you know. But at the same end, I want arcade games. I wouldn't fucking be sitting there playing arcade games all the time. But
I wonder, would it be possible to actually put a projector on the underside of the table and have the surface a sort of tempered glass with a particular finish so that it projects onto the underside of the glass? So you get the advantage of the projection, not having screens there, and it just then turns the glass surface into one big projection surface that you can see it clearly on the other side.
There is the right type of glass to do that. The main issue I see is how much distance the projector takes to get to that size.
Yeah.
All the focusing required.
not a lot. They used to have a lot of. There used to be TVs that were doing that, where it was rear projection display, television sets. The only bad thing was they faded out really quickly, especially around the edges. But they weren't really too thick, so to speak. I mean, they were thick because they were bigger TVs, but they weren't. They could easily fit under a table that you would be able to sit at. A normal person, not somebody like me, I'd still be kicking my feet, sadly. But definitely a table of normal length. I think it would fit one of these old television sets if you could find one that's working.
From my point of view, you'd actually want a ultralight OLED in the table, just to remove all the extra weight.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, definitely having a newer television set or screen set would work. I don't know if it would have touch, but at the same end, it would look great. And I don't know about the
Oh yeah.
software either. Like I said, I saw some where they were talking about making their own, and it looked like it. Like they had like a whole village that they were zooming in and out, and you know they were moving their pieces along, and it's like, dude, that's fucking cool as shit. I'd play Dungeons and
Yeah.
Dragons with that.
You're getting into one of the two games I would, and this is my own personal participation bias kicking in. One of the two games I would see such a table being really used for: D&D / Pathfinder / Vampire the Masquerade, etc. That entire genre, and then tabletop war games.
Yeah, something that you would be spending some time at the table, because I think that's where the other part of it comes in. You know, like the actual like, oh yeah, you might have a slot where you can put your drink, or you might have a slot where you can now put your character card. You know, you have space in front of you that you know, you could have your, you know, however you roll your dice. You can put your tablet, you can put your laptop. You know,
Little slots in the sides of the table for, say, either A, a codex, or B, a player's handbook, either or.
yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, and it's funny because you see the people who have it already built, and they're like, yeah, just contact us, and we'll send it out for you for like, you know, $500 or whatever. And then you have these other people who are like, check out how we built this one.
Yeah. I love the videos of people building shit for the various tabletop games, but some of it's fun to watch, but I could never do it myself because I don't have the skill, don't have the space, don't have the tools.
Nope.
And so
Yeah. Now, knowing my experience, I can say the tools you'd want to, let's say, make a 5x8 table, 5 foot by 8 feet. From rough sawn hardwood, you'd need a jointer, a planer, a table saw with a dado set or another way to cut dados, probably a router, if not a router table, and that's just to get the pieces shaped. From there, you'd need glue, clamps, multiple days of hard work.
Oh yeah.
HVAC for the entire system. Like building a 5x8 foot table, I've said it before. I could do it for 5,000 pounds and give me 2 weeks.
Would you be able to do it in the type of weather that Lisa's experiencing?
Fuck no!
I can barely do anything in this heat, let alone consider making a table.
Gaming thing.
You want me to go into the wood shop 8 hours a day for 2 weeks in that weather? Fuck no!
Now,
Unless you're paying my medical insurance.
now, hold on. Granted, this is just your basic looking table. Now, think about the people who go all out and add, like, because I've seen some who add, like, I mean, okay, at the lower end of going all out, adding LEDs at the sides of the table, so it, you know, you can have different colors going around on the bits, to even adding like USB chargers. But I would say the ultimate going all out is carving decorations into the wood.
So basically, pimping the table out like a car or something.
Yeah, you have like a depiction of like
I-
a battle
Exhibit
on one
running
side.
a new show called Pimp My Table.
Yo, dog, I heard you like gaming tables. And I heard you also like the Renaissance. Michelangelo's your favorite painting. Here we go.
Yeah, getting into true artisan work like decorating tables, Yeah, you could do engravings into the wood if you're a router wizard.
Oh my god.
So no new tools, but you'd probably want to get in with the hand chisels for the more fine shit.
What would you say if somebody's like, "Hey, you wanna come over and play some Dungeons and Dragons?" Yeah, sure. And you go down and they have this like grandiose table where it even has like, this is where the dungeon master sits. How do you know? Because it's like elevated a little bit, and it also has like
It
a
has
special
the screen and everything already set up.
She has
There's
it's like lighting and shit.
oh, I'd want to sit around that table for 4 hours once a week. Yeah.
You get set up at the table and around the base where everyone's feet are, sort of LED strips sort of light up. A sort of garish, pinkish, purple pulsing light.
Oh, hold on. Would it be more ominous if you had it in front of you, that he still controlled, or would it be worse if it was all centralized in front of the game master, and so you're constantly looking. You have to look up at him to see the fucking. Oh shit! My health is. Oh no.
Yeah. And you got built-in subwoofers and stuff for the atmospheric music.
Oh my. Yo, even there's vibrating chairs as each time you get hit. Oh my god.
Yeah, chairs with force feedback.
Yep. Oh hey, well it was a low roll, so it's not too.
Yeah.
It wasn't too much.
And it reacts to nat 1s and nat 20s.
Okay, now you're talking about filling out an entire game, Dan.
Hey, yo, no, we're talking about pimp your game table. Look, Exhibit already said, yo, dog. So he's going all out. We're not going to guarantee that this shit will work, a couple months out. But at the same end, we'll get some good footage, and it'll be a nice episode. And that's what counts. Oh, man. That'd be awesome, though. See, now I just want to build... That would be like a TLC fucking show. Hey, we're building game tables. This guy really likes old wargaming stuff, so we built one that adds fog effect, and all he has to do is hit this button, and all this dry ice just blows out fog, and he's reenacting the Battle of Waterloo and shit. I don't know. I want to fucking build one now. Yo. So, Eeyore. How have you been, man?
Been having fun the last couple of days. Dealing with my own issue.
The what?
I've been jet lagging the last half week or so because, believe it or not, I just came back from Prague.
Did you really?
All right.
And the time difference, yeah. It's not a pretty thing. So, yeah, I empathize with you, Lisa, staying up this late.
It's not too bad at the moment. I mean, my sleep pattern's all jacked up at the moment anyway, so I haven't been able to fix it yet, so it's not that much of a problem.
Well, do you mind if I ask what you were doing in Prague?
Seeing a buddy.
Oh, nice.
And of course, getting to see all the castles and the bridges and the river, pushing my friend in the river.
In my a side thought was like, wouldn't it be crazy if Eeyore was in Prague, but it was really he just got back from being a mercenary in the Ukrainian war. And he's jet lagged because he's like, I've seen some shit.
Nah. I am not affiliated with any armed force.
That we know of.
Oh, maybe Eeyore's a triple agent between the United States, Ukrainians, and the Russians.
I know. I told you, I am not affiliated with any armed force.
Okay, so you were making sure that the Biden's investments are safe.
I do not have any affiliation with any U.S. politician either, except for a passing endorsement of DeSantis.
Not even the Clintons.
I will not confirm or deny that.
Are you feeling sad?
No, not at all.
I mean, you're not under oath or anything, so I don't know why you're sweating bullets here, sir. Or did you waste a lot of those bullets in Ukraine?
Do you have any information on the Clintons that people should know about?
Where's Zelensky?
Not of consequence.
Oh, no. And we're gonna get our third strike, aren't we?
Yeah, bullying the Clintons.
Yep. Oh, well.
Who did nothing wrong.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Yeah. All three of us are not feeling suicidal, right? Right. And
Definitely not.
Oh, shit. We laugh, but it's real. It's scary. Oh, speaking of that, hey, did you see JonTron was relevant again? I guess he popped
Oh,
up.
right.
He was with the internet historian. What is that guy? Is he like a...
Oh, I love the internet historian.
Is he...
I find him a little dry.
What does he do? I mean, I know of the Armchair Historian. I think that channel is a really nice channel. Good content.
Same idea.
What?
Same general idea.
Oh. But yeah, no, yeah. I just find it funny that poor old JonTron still can't shake off the shit that he said so many years ago. He's still pound on.
The internet never forgets.
Nope. He's gonna need one of those guys that's gonna go out there and be like, leave Britney alone.
No, we've got competition.
Wait, what?
We've got competition. The Lords of the Night reunion is live.
Who's live?
The Lords of the Night reunion.
Monkey, Satsu, and Scribe are doing a reunion stream.
Oh, they're doing their reunion stream?
It's speaking our own language here.
Oh. Damn, okay. Let's raid them.
Could stream snipe them.
We have like 3 people. That's fine. You know what? Odysseus led a siege.
What we could do is put their stream into your Minions of the Zoo box.
Everyone like to do it.
Yeah, they better have enough tongue butter for the turtle caves.
Butter.
Hey, and
But
if
it hurts
you're
and
communicating with them, make sure you tell them. And I also said that Dr. Pepper tastes like butthole.
I mean,
Sugary
it's the
butthole.
third wheel in the cola game. And I can tell you for a fact,
Learned it.
communist cola tastes better than Dr. Pepper.
Oh wait, yeah, no. Say Dr. Pibb is better than Dr. Pepper. Mr. Pibb is better than Dr. Pepper. Oh, no.
That's evil.
Hey, let loose the dogs of war. And if I learned one thing about movies and jail, is you always pick on the bigger person.
So what else have you guys been up to?
Well, not a whole lot. You know, I don't I don't want to say it was kind of a nice breezy day because of circumstances, but
Yeah, I've been staying inside most of the day in between two fans.
Well, there's not much else you can do considering the weather.
Yeah, I'm certainly not going outside unless I have to.
Have you ever tried making like a wind tent? I don't even know how to explain it. When it gets
Oh
really
God.
hot, when it got really hot, when I was living out in Washington State, they didn't have a lot of like a lot of the houses weren't really built for heat, so to speak. So you know, it was a lot of using fans. And what we did was we would put like a bed sheet and tie it on two ends of the bit, like where the head and the foot goes on one end, and on the other end, you know, open it up, you know, like a pitch tent, and then we had the fan going in right in there when we slept, and it really did keep it a lot cooler because, you know, fucking cold air is just being trapped in that little triangle of bed. I mean, it's a small bit, you know, you're not gonna cool off the room, but have you any of you seen some of these weirdo, like I don't even know what you call it, like a cooling bit where it's like you take a styrofoam cooler and you fill it with ice and you chop a
Swamp
hole.
coolers, I know about them.
Have you heard about it?
What coolers?
Swamp coolers work only to a point, but the biggest issue, and this makes them next to impossible to use for Lisa's area is at nearly 100% humidity. It requires the humidity to be able to be raised in order to work.
Oh. Wait, but does it work? Because I've only seen it. I didn't even think.
Swamp coolers do work. Just use them in drier places.
Cool.
And on that, I was just thinking about a horror story. Working an 8-hour shift over a gas grill.
Oh, God.
No.
It's like earlier on I was watching AAA and they had a guy in the audience who was saying about him working as a hot dog vendor. So he's working day-long shift over a hot dog grill, or hot grill in the heat wave.
Yeah, well, if the cook is cooking during that heat wave, I think it's safe to say that you're gonna get some extra seasoning with that meat.
Oh yeah.
What's going on, Cannibalistic Wizard and Melly D? Melly D. Is that a new person? I don't think I've ever seen Melly D before. Must be a Monday person. I don't know.
Oh, we have a few regulars Monday.
Hey, I look, like I said at the start of the show, I'm just a sub, you know. We're just watching cartoons and hanging out. You know, the lesson plan will continue when the teacher gets back. But let's talk about the seasoning. Well, I'm pretty sure, Lisa, I'm pretty sure a lot of the places out by you were closed today, correct?
Sorry? Sorry, what was that?
Were a lot of the places out by you, were they closed today?
Actually, not so as I'd noticed. Around here, a lot of the shops do tend to have AC, just not the homes.
Did those guys still have to stand out and guard? Like the royal guards and shit?
Probably.
Oh yeah, more than likely.
Damn, that sucks.
Which means today, quite a few of them probably fainted to attention.
Do you think... Oh, no. Well, no, because don't they have those little boxes that they stand in?
Do you think that'll help them much in 40-degree weather?
Yes, earlier on when I popped into the shop, it was lovely AC cooled, nice and cool, and just sort of setting foot outside the door, it's like a solid wall of warm air.
Ooh.
And it's then when you step outside, it's, oh, fucking hell.
Can I go back inside, please?
It sounds like a whole lot of fun.
Sod stealing merchandise from the shop, I'll walk out with the aircon.
Now, is the heat only affecting England as a whole, or is it also? I mean, I would assume it's affecting northern France in the very least.
Oh yeah, I think it's UK wide. I don't know if it's affecting Europe.
Southern Scotland, all of England, bulk of Wales. I think the very tip of Cornwall is outside of it. Northern Spain, 90% of France, the entire Low Countries, a lot of Germany, a lot of Switzerland, northern Italy, the far westernmost tip of Austria, and Liechtenstein.
Damn, so our pal AC is probably getting hit by this too?
IC is definitely being hit by this.
Yeah, it is kind of hellish.
I hope all the best for y'all. But I will say, it is fun seeing all the Texans out there being like, hee-haw. You got yours, Texans. There was a tweet about, I believe Six had posted it, stating something along the lines of, leaving the gate open. And it's like, yeah, it's like, did your mom ever tell you? You're trying to heat up all of England? Leaving that stuff open. Hey, Lisa, were you having issues with Twitter? Did you get a strike or something?
No, not recently.
Oh,
Why is that?
I thought I saw something. I was like, oh no, what did Lisa say?
Yeah, I did kind of try poking a bear to see if I could get myself a slap, because there's been a quote-unquote anti-trans hashtag going around.
Whoa.
I thought, I'm going to post on this hashtag just to see if I can get a suspension for being transphobic, just so that I can appeal it and say, I'm fucking trans, you idiot.
Lisa,
Yeah, that's it.
You understand that.
Hashtag gender woo-woo.
Look, if you're gonna be transphobic, I don't want you on on the show. I can't have that.
Oh no, I just basically dropped some truthful facts, and as we all know, the truth is hate facts.
Well, as long as it's the correct truth, I think this is the right passage for it. Yeah, no, yeah, glad to see that.
Yeah,
it wasn't...
but I did completely fail at getting sort of like getting put in Twitter jail.
Well, I applaud the mission, but I'm also glad that you didn't get tossed in jail because nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see any of these voices be silenced. You know, I don't like that. I don't like them. I don't like them. That's an E40 song for you. Go check him out. As if he needs any. It's E40. He's a legend. Damn. So we talked about gaming tables. Talked about some other stuff. What is there anything else? Any of y'all like to chat about?
Not really. I'm also being a little bit sobered right now. I just looked up the statistics for this heat wave, which, at least as far as all of Europe is concerned, has been going on for a month now. Casualties are over 3,000.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Damn.
And for this more recent one in the UK, which officially started on the 12th, there's already a dozen people that have dropped. Perma-dropped, I should say.
Permanent dropped.
Any new stupidity going on in the States?
The one thing I saw was Beto O'Rourke begging Republicans to vote for him so he could kick out Abbott.
Oh, God. That guy.
He's going to be beaten by a guy in a wheelchair in November.
To be honest, I honestly haven't been seeing a lot of news in terms of what's going on statewide. It's kind of, actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of alarming. Outside of seeing apparently Biden going to try and beg for oil and them pretty much saying no, and then sending more money to Ukraine, and then yeah, just like I'm thinking about the they kept delaying Bannon. They asked him to testify, and then they keep delaying him, and then the hearings with abortion and the crazy professor. But outside,
I have to say, it did make me chuckle with the January 6th pantomime going on at the moment, where that woman was saying about I heard this, I heard that, I heard this guy say that, and so on. And the agents that she referred to just turned around and said, I never said that.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah, like, they were like, yeah, he didn't try and reach for the fucking driver.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the wheel.
Gross.
We're going to the Capitol.
Speaking of the Gen 6 committee, the standing Republican the ranking Republican on that committee is 30 points behind in her primary.
Are you talking about Cheney?
Yes, she is going to be beaten by an old lady who called Trump a dirty cow.
Cheney. I didn't like that there's the 69-year-old lady who's going for 60 days in prison for the January 6th bullshit. And I guess I don't know. There's so much weird shit going on that I don't even know what to make of it. Apparently Rome's burning, so there's that too. You know, will it get to the Vatican? Place your bets.
I have to say, from outside the States, it is kind of fascinating watching your politics. It's like a car crash. I can see it in action, and I just can't quite bring myself to look away because I know at any given moment there's going to be flying body parts, and it's going to be entertaining as hell.
I mean, if it didn't.
Oh, just wait until 2024 gets started. It'll get crazy.
Well, we still have October surprises coming up, so.
Yeah, the midterms are going to be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely going to have. They're definitely going to have an impact. Oh, jeez. I don't know. I was kind of thinking that there was going to be some riots going on, so I was surprised that didn't happen. I'm glad, but surprised.
Oh, there's going to be riots tonight at the midterms, I can tell you that.
What do you think will spark it, though? I mean, the Roe v. Wade thing didn't really take off for them. I can't really...
Well, the Roe v. Wade thing, and I think the court actually did this intentionally, they didn't announce the decision day was a decision day until under 24 hours before they dropped the decision. This gave all the Antifa astroturfers at most 24 hours to plan their shit. Decision drops, okay, it's gone. We don't have our Soros bucks to go and riot.
Oh, they didn't get the fundage.
We haven't all been bused to Portland, Washington, D.C., and New York to burn down every Wendy's we could see.
Hey, don't forget the trash cans.
These days, I don't know who is more of a threat, George Soros or Klaus Schwab.
I think they work together.
That would not surprise me. A pair of Bond villains.
Yeah, that kind of works out. It benefits them both. Type of thing. Damn it.
So yeah, a few weeks back, give or take, when I was getting over some a nasty flu and chest infection, so when we had our first round of heat waves, I managed to wrench my right knee overnight, and it's still not quite right, and I ended up having to get a walking stick to help me get around.
Damn. Was it because of the breathing? Or?
Sorry?
It was because of the breathing?
Yeah, it's just sprained the knee or something, and right now it's slowly healing, but I still can't put all of my weight back on it, which is annoying because I need to lose weight.
Oh, there you go. You see the good and the bad, right?
Also, and this is going to get rather niche for most people. You describe U.S. politics as a car crash you just can't quite look away from.
Yeah.
How would you describe the last 2 weeks of UK politics, specifically within the Tory party?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say.
Yeah.
How many people resigned?
60 resigned, 1 fired, and 1 set to resign.
Yeah.
Well, we're hoping for that here, too, so come on, cut some slack. There's only so many invisible hands that Joe Biden can shake before we can say, all right, get this guy out of here.
But let's put it this way. A non-dom that has pledged not to raise taxes at all, but will nearly double spending. A homeopathic stolen valor lady. And Liz Truss.
Yeah. I mean, right now, my personal favourite for taking over as Prime Minister is Kemi Badenoch, but whether she'll actually get enough ground to get anywhere close is anyone's guess.
At this point, she'll be eliminated tomorrow, and it'll be between Truss, Sunak, and Morden.
Yeah, I think out of all those three, I would go with Truss. Because the other two are shills for the World Economic Forum, and I wouldn't want them anywhere near their reigns of power, but one of them probably will be.
Actually, Sunak is really shit in head-to-head polls. The only person he was guaranteed to beat, I think, was Zawai or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And we all saw what happened to Zawai. Mordant was the head-to-head favorite.
Yeah, a lot of shit has come out about Morden at this point, so she's got a lot of shit to struggle against.
Oh yeah. And even when this mess is all over, whoever wins will have to deal with the tag team of Starber and Blackford.
God. Keir Starmer, the man with less personality than Ed Miliband, the person who couldn't even look human while eating a bacon sandwich.
The person most likely to be the next prime minister after this kerfluffle. With a safe, if Sinn Féin doesn't take their seats, majority.
Mm.
And I think the polling has been going in the way that Sinn Féin be damned, he'll have a majority.
Yeah, I find it ironic that Sinn Féin, the ultra-nationalist Irish party who is Ireland first on everything, have become woke as fuck. And they've swallowed the woke Kool-Aid.
Well, I never hear anything about Sinn Féin because they're never around.
Oh, the days of Irish terrorism where they had the common decency of actually calling ahead to warn about bombs so people could evacuate.
Rather than gender reveal bombs for a 6-year-old.
And not that we're condoning any sort of bombings, but the good old days.
Oh please, it was for the cause.
I know.
Yeah. So, what gender was being revealed at the Twin Towers on 9/11?
Well,
I think it was green.
So, is that a little too soon?
I'm still feeling it.
Yeah, people from New York will say that's too soon. The rest of us have moved on.
Yeah, I think, didn't they find some bone fragments at the top of some building, I think a few years ago?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So that's fun. But
Oh,
remarkably, we found the passports of all the terrorists a few days after, so there you go. That's the wonderful detective suit. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I forgot my tinfoil hat was still on. But if either of you two have anything you wanted to add, I was thinking perhaps it's time to close the show.
I can't think of anything.
Eeyore?
Nothing to add at this time.
Oh, okay, at this time. Well, make sure to send me a message when you're ready, and I'll boot up the show and go ahead and offer your input. Well, if that's the case, then I want to thank everybody for joining this show, everybody for watching this show. Once again, I am subbing for Quiz. I'm not sure when he'll be back, so might be another sub night next week. But either way, make sure you check out the wonderful hosts that we have at the zoo. Usually we host at 10:30. Sometimes we have special times because we got special people hosting. But I think we had a good show. I had a fun time. And I'm gonna go look up some gaming tables before I go to sleep. Lisa, you stay cool out there, and Eeyore, you, I noticed you, Eeyore.
Wow.
I know, I couldn't think of anything.
Well, let us hope there's still a channel and a show left when Quiz gets back.
But I'm gonna go ahead and wait. Where do we go? Gonna go ahead and close the show. Up. Want to thank everybody for joining. I want to thank the audience and the panel, and the both of you and the audience as well. I love y'all, and God bless. And the zoo is closed.
Trudeau is a hobby.
Oh, good.
End of quote. Repeat the line.
Minions of the Zoo is recorded live on tape in front of a live studio audience. And I still messed it up. I wrote it down, I still